Yo, yo, what's the word, baby? It's Mr. Flipside, Christ 17 TV. What's popping with this Thanksgiving weekend? I think I'm at to jump in the time machine like Bill and Ted and go back for you motherfuckers a little second, you heard? I'm still back, in my when I was in the TL. You feel me? I remember Thanksgiving. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Glyde Church, but it's in the TL. And this is where they feed the homeless at, families that don't have it, you know what I'm saying? So when I was a youngster, I was no stranger to Glyde Church. Pops was gone. Mama was young. She didn't have no money. Living in San Fran, we was barely getting by. But Glyde Church was around the corner from our house. Cause we stayed on O'Farrell and Jones. And it was on Ellis and Taylor. Taylor, right? Who would have thought, right? So, I remember when I was a kid, I used to have to stand in this long ass motherfucking line with all kind of weirdos, from motherfuckers serving dope, from motherfuckers doing dope, probably rapists, probably killers, probably all kind of motherfuckers. There's so many motherfuckers in that line. I'm talking about from black to white to Asian to Mexican, anything you could think of was in that line trying to eat. And I'll never forget Thanksgiving. We was in that motherfucking line. And we was in that line for like an hour and a motherfucking half. The fucking line was wrapped around all the way to the corner, all the way up Taylor, almost to O'Farrell. I'll never forget that. I was a little kid. I'm like, tell my mom, why do we gotta stand in line for food? She said, cause we don't have no money, baby. I'm a little kid. I don't know. Got my little bro. He's like 1 or 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? Holding his hand. You know what I'm saying? Or she holding him. Shit was rough, man. But, I'm just thankful that these days I don't have to stand in a line to get food. And my son doesn't have to stand in a line to get food. A lot more fortunate these days than early 80s. But I will say one thing. Standing in that motherfucking line for that food, it was not one time. It was maybe once, twice a motherfucking week. We stayed and we ate with the worst of the worst. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you. I used to be so immune to this shit as a kid. I see motherfuckers laid out in the curb, alcoholics. I see motherfuckers nodding out. I see everything. Hookers, the pimps, all that shit at a young age. But the shit didn't do nothing but make me strong and make me grow up fast. And appreciate the shit I have now to this day. Mom's had it rough. She ain't had no help. Yeah, she was in San Francisco. She was young when she had me. I was a young kid. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't knock her. I love my mom. That's my queen. But in the TL, in them days, there was a time I lost my brother. He almost got taken, but somebody called the cops and grabbed him. He was like 2 years old, and I was supposed to bring him upstairs to my mama's house before I went outside with my friend. And I went. And this little kid is like 2 years old walking through the TL. And that's on me. I was like 7. He got about around the corner. And I'm talking about this is the worst neighborhood you could think of in like 1986, 1987. I'm talking about shit was wild. No lie. Luckily, God forbid, God is good, that actually, it was a hooker who grabbed my little bro on Ellis between Taylor and Jones going towards Glyde Church because we always walked away to the store, to Bodega Park, to Glyde. So he knew that route at that young. So somehow my mom came to my friend's house. Where's your brother at? I'm looking like, what are you talking about? I walked him upstairs but never bring him inside the house. I'm like 7. I'm trying to rush off and play like a fucking idiot. So my mom has to call the cops because she thinks something happened to the kid. So the cops then came, took my little bro to the police station. So we make it up there, she files a report. The cops came and they like, what's your son? How old's your son? And she like, he's so and so. He looks like this. He had a mark here, a birthmark. That's how they identify him. So we go up there, get my brother, but before this, let's rewind. Let's rewind, please. Let's bring it all the way back, all the way motherfucking back. When she found me and I didn't have my brother, she whooped me 4 blocks all the way back to that motherfucking house, all through the L's. She was whooping my motherfucking ass, cussing up a storm, and everybody just was like the rest. He just got out the motherfucking way. Our mom just came through cussing, whooping my ass, crying. She couldn't find her baby. It was my fault. I fucked up. But he gone now, so what am I'm a little kid. I just wanted to go play. I didn't know. So they grab him, take him to the police station. My mom has to call the cops to file a missing child report, and they happen to have him at the fucking station. I've never seen my mom so happy at that time in my life as a kid than when they said they had him. She almost passed out from being so relieved that he didn't get kidnapped in the jail because I almost got snatched there. They was trying to have me fucking candy on the way to school, and that's in my other one, if that you didn't see it, growing up in the TL. But shit is crazy, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I think about that shit to this day. Like, what if somebody would have grabbed my little brother, man, and did something to him and killed him, and I never seen him again, man? So, a lesson I want to say is always, even as brothers and uncles and nephews and all that shit, if you watching somebody younger than you at a young age and you want to ride off on the bike, make sure you take your little nephew inside the house, man, so he's safe. Because all it takes for you to ride off, go this way, go that way, and the little dude gonna walk off. He can get hit by a car, he can get snatched up, but luckily for a hooker of all motherfuckers, a hooker snatched my little man's up, my little brother, and called the cops. And the luckiest thing in the whole world is my mama didn't get charged with nothing, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. That shit would have broke my heart. Cause then if they would have took her, now me and him is gone. They had to call my grandma or something, but they would have had to put us in the system for a hot second. And that's one of my old memories from the TL during Thanksgiving time. Cause that was right around that time. Scary as fuck, man. I'm not gonna lie. I still think about this shit to this day, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Glyde Church fed me plenty of nights. And when I had my son out here, not too far from there, Tracy, I wanted to take him back to back. I wanted to take him once at least to Glyde Church to feed the homeless so he could see what it is not to have, because these kids are so think they need everything and they want this, and if not, these motherfuckers have an attitude. But I wanted to show them something different, and I never got the chance to take him there at the age of 14 and 15. And now he's 24. But this year, I won't be going. But next year, I would love to take my son, even in his 20s, and go feed the homeless and take him to where I used to have to stand in line as a kid with my mother and wait maybe an hour and a half to get a seat to sit down to eat because we had no food. That's how bad it was. Life is not easy. Life is an uphill battle that you got to be strong, because only the strong survive and the weak don't last at all. So I'm just going to give you that for the Thanksgiving thing, because that's something that I'll never forget in my whole life, is standing in those lines in the cold trying to get some food because we didn't have nothing. My dad was not around. Nothing. It was just a fucked up time to be a kid. To be me. Not to be a kid because other kids had their shit. They was having big turkey and dressing and all kind of shit, and I wasn't having shit. I was standing in a motherfucking line with a coat on. My mom is freezing her ass off in the line for an hour and a half just to get a fucking meal for Thanksgiving. You know? And it's just a whole thing of saying you gotta be grateful for the things you got and never forget where that you came from. Because any day could be your last day, and you gotta live your life like every day is your last day. Don't leave nothing on the table, man. Push hard. Go hard. You only get one life, man. Live it. Learn from your mistakes. Be a father to your kids, man. This shit is not easy out here, but hey, nothing should be easy in life. Because you gotta learn from everything. Everything. You know, and I just wanted to leave y'all the jewel, man, because Thanksgiving has always been hard because I've been separated from my mother, separated from my son, separated from my daughter. And it's not easy, man. It's not easy when you don't have your whole family. You know what I'm saying? Because I never had my dad. I never had my whole family at one time, at one table at Thanksgiving, like a lot of families do. God bless y'all. But I've never been that fortunate. So all I can do is try to learn from the past and keep pushing forward, because every day is going to be a challenge from now until the day I die. But listen, I'm ready for that fucking challenge, so let's go. You feel me? And this is to all the people who don't have shit, man. You got to keep pushing, man, because things will change. I promise you that. And this is for the Thanksgiving. This is for the holidays. Christ 17. Catch you on the motherfucking flip side. Nothing gonna be easy, but make sure that the ones you do have, you keep close, man. You keep close, because it's hard to find good people. Good friends, good family, all that shit. Motherfuckers are shady as hell, and they'll fuck you over at the drop of a dime. I've been there. I had motherfuckers backstab me for nothing. Took care of these niggas my whole life. Excuse my language. Took care of these motherfuckers my whole life. And motherfuckers fucked me over. But guess what? Them motherfuckers ain't in my life no more. And I'm doing a lot better without the bullshit and the extra baggage. Happy Thanksgiving week. Catch you on the flip side. Christ 17 gonna be at you again with another banger, baby. One love.